I'm Benjamin and we are on the Tasty Trail in Korea. This time we are in the Taean Peninsula on the west coast. I left the mountains to come to the seashore because I want to discover with you the seafood culture. We are going to discover today the blue crab dishes, the kotge in Korea. And we are also going to see food with oysters and much more. So come with me on the Taean Peninsula for a seafood party. Here we are in the Baeksajang Hang, a harbor called Baeksajang, very famous in Korea for two things especially, the big prawn called daeha and the blue crab. And as you can see, it's the right season, so we have these products everywhere and much more, a lot of shellfish and fishes. So let's have a look at all these beauties. Look at that, they have also some chikim, some deep fried shrimps.
Hello, excuse me.
Yeah?
What are you doing?
Actually, we are shooting a documentary about Korean food.
Oh, so do you like seafood?
I love seafood, yeah.
Oh, really? So...
My name is Benjamin, by the way.
My name is Linda. Nice to meet you.
Linda.
Yes.
Okay, nice to meet you.
You too.
So you're living in the area?
Yes.
Wow, so you must know very well this place.
Of course, it's my country.
It's your country, your
yes.
second country. Wow. Can you recommend me some special place? Because I would like to find, you know, like the blue crab especially and the prawns, because I've heard it's the time of the festival.
Okay.
And it's the best season to catch these two seafood products. So I want to go around the market.
Okay.
Do you have some time, or did you come here for what?
No,
for
it's
shopping?
okay, because you are my guest. I can help you.
Really?
Okay.
Wow,
Yes.
that's cool. Okay.
No, it's okay.
So
Come
let's
on.
go with Enda, right?
Oh.
It's Enda. And let's go around and discover this market. Oh, look at these shrimps.
Is that shrimps?
Daeha.
Because they say deha.
Yeah, the
Deha,
prawns.
the
yeah.
prawn.
Yeah.
Okay, but
Look at that. They are big and a very nice translucent color. That's the
look at this. Maybe they prepare too.
예,
간장,
뭘로
게장.
갑니까?
우리 집에는
네.
간장을 달아서 하는데 저기 매실 액기스 하고요.
매실 액기스,
허브 액기스라고 있어요.
허브 액기스도. 어.
월계수잎도 넣고 달여요.
Wow, it's kind of a fusion style.
첫째
예.
없는 게 저희 집 노하우예요.
Ah.
Okay.
수술 한번 하세요.
Yeah, as you know, as usual,
언니 비린내 없어.
in Korea, it's very important to get rid of the smell, what we call the smell, the fishy smell, especially. Oh yeah, it's good.
It's very good.
Yeah, it's very
And it's
good.
very fresh.
Very fresh.
They make only for fresh crab. Oh, by the way, it reminds me something to one restaurant nearby here.
Yes.
And it's very famous restaurant. And
For-
also they serving this product. Do you want to go?
Oh yeah, I love
can
to.
drop you there.
Okay, wonderful. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, let's go with the gejang. So Enda, is it the place?
Yes, it's right.
Oh, it's a very old house. Yes, it's a traditional house. It's beautiful.
I never come, but I heard from someone.
Okay. Oh, but that's the crab.
Oh,
Oh, I think they are doing the gejang, no?
really? Let me see.
I don't know. Let's ask. 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요. 어서 오세요.
뭐 하고 계십니까?
게장 좀 담그려고 게를 손질하고 있습니다.
게장.
네,
That-
게장.
That's we came at the
간장,
perfect
게장.
time. 선생님 여기 그 게장 되게 맛있다고 들었는데
네.
이 집의 특징이 뭡니까?
게장은 이쪽 서해안에서 꽃게가 많이 생산이 되기 때문에
네.
일단은 재료가 다른 지역보다 상당히 우수한 재료를
예.
손쉽게 구할 수가 있어요. 구할 수가 있고 우리 그 게장에서는 육수가 상당히 중요한데 양지머리를 구워서 하는 육수하고 해산물 육수하고 두 가지를 하는데 이제 시기에 따라서 이제 해산물이 좋을 때는 해산물로 육수를 만들고 이제 소고기가 이제 좋을 때는 그 양재를 구워서
예.
육수를 만들죠. 그래서
So you put
The
맛있겠죠?
ginger.
also.
네,
맛있겠죠.
And also-
내가 이따
This one.
해놓은 거 맛있는 거 보여드릴게요.
알겠습니다.
네, 네.
So maybe we should go and try this now. I'm very hungry now. Seeing all that. 지금 배고파요.
Yes,
이거
you're so
보니까 좀
hungry.
먹어야 될 것 같아요. 식당으로
맛있는 거 많이
들어가겠습니다.
준비했어.
예.
그래.
That's a beautiful table.
I think so.
Huh?
And then we have
Let's
a lot.
start. I'm really hungry now.
Okay.
Thank you for bringing me to this wonderful place.
I know.
It's a nice setting, and apparently the food looks just amazing. So you have no problem with Korean food when you arrived in Korea?
No.
No? You like it?
I'm
yeah?
foodie.
You're a foodie.
Oh, I love Korean food. Crab.
That's the way we have the crab in France. Steamed like that with mayonnaise sauce.
Yes, but not here.
It's a very special address, actually.
It's original taste from Korean culture.
Yeah. So is it the kind of food you are having every day?
Yes, but too special.
much?
Ah.
It's special, I guess, no?
And why didn't try this one? Because I
Of
think
course,
it's
we have to
good.
try it. Of course. Yeah, I've heard it's also very good because it's full of proteins and it's very high in calcium. For 100 gram of kotke, you have 120 milligrams of calcium, which is very, very high. So it's very good for osteoporosis.
Yes.
People who have problems with their bones. It's good
Yes.
for the children
Yes.
and also it's good for the old people.
Yes.
Okay, let's go with the gejang.
Thank you.
So the gejang, you have to eat it also with the fingers. Huh? It's a perfect match with the rice. Huh? But I've heard that this one, it's so delicious that they call it the paptodu. It means the thief, the rice thief. Why? Because that's what I've heard. It's so good that you eat your rice with it, together at once.
Ah,
And then
I see,
suddenly you
I see.
realize there is no more rice on the table. So the
Oh.
paptodu, that's the way they call
Oh, so that's why because
Yeah.
it's
살아있는 거 보여드리려고 갖고
it.
왔고요.
Oh, yes, that's the fresh ones.
전복가루입니다.
Wow, it's endless. I feel like we are going to try all Korean food, no? I feel like it's when you have a firework
I see.
show,
That is Korean style.
And look at that, we have
Everything.
so much food. We have everything on the table.
Everything.
Not everything.
So that's why.
That's a very interesting system. It's apparently a very old fishing device. So when you have the high tide coming This area is full of water and of course of fish and seafood. And then when the low tide brings the water out of this area, the fish are caught in this kind of zone, in this kind of small area, which is blocked by the wall. And then you just have to come with a net and get the fish. Okay, I have to wear this special fishing clothes in order to get in the water and get the fish.
여기 고기 보이지 여기?
예.
어.
예.
그럼 여기 한 방울 여기. 더.
어.
속으로 들어갔어 이 속으로. 아 어디로 묻혔지 그게? 갈 데가 없는데?
Something which is mud.
어디로 묻혔어? 나머지는 또 어디로 갔지?
잡았습니다. 네, 나도 잡혔어요. 어떡해. 아! I said it's the last time on the mud flat. 쉽지 않아요. Well, I have a lot of shrimps. Look at that. That's not so bad. Okay. One more fish. And one more over there. Look. Look at that. A lot of shrimps. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 urok, the rockfish. We even have one of this beautiful kotke, the blue crab. Up! And these are shrimps. Baby shrimps.
조금이 됐고.
아, 쪼꼬미 하나 있어요. A nice baby octopus. 말고 다른 잡는 방법 있어요?
네, 통발로.
어떻게
통발이 이렇게 둥그렇게 만들어가지고
예.
그 그냥 만들어 놓으면 그 안으로 들어가요.
Wow, look at the catch. Beautiful blue crab and fish. We have everything for our lunch, so we'll go back to the shore and we'll cook all that as fresh as it can be. This is my rockfish, Korean style sashimi or raw fish. It's called hae in Korean. Hae. And you can dip your fish in it. Wow, so fresh. And I shouldn't have it by myself, so I'm going to feed our team because I know that they love the sashimi. 한번 드시겠어요? That's what it says. This is the rockfish, the urok. I'm going to have also some cuttlefish, the capochingo. 나머지는 어떻게 준비하셨습니까?
나머지인가요?
예.
근데 찌개하고
찌개.
밥하고요. 이렇게 써요.
오.
드셔보세요.
이게 매운탕이죠?
예, 매운탕이에요.
So that's what we call 매운탕. 매운탕 stands for 매운, 맵다. It means spicy, hot. And 탕 means the soup. As you can see, we don't use the flesh. We don't use the flesh of the fish to make the soup. The flesh is here. We eat it as a raw fish. Usually when you go to a sashimi restaurant in Korea, you have this raw fish first, the flesh. And after, you ask for the 매운탕. It's made with the heads, with the bones, and you can add some other seafood like what we caught today. We had the blue crab and also the small shrimps. It's nice. Not too spicy, not too fishy. Very nice. And what I like is that you know what you're eating. We have fished directly, we have caught directly everything on this table. 안녕하십니까?
예, 만나 뵙게 돼서 반갑습니다.
예, 반갑습니다.
잘 오셨습니다.
예.
네.
보니까 제가 잘 아는 풍경인 것 같아요. 프랑스 우리나라에서도 이렇게
예.
비슷하게 양식하거든요.
예, 옛날은 저희가 전통 방식은 이제 수화식이라고 해서 그
네.
물 속에 넣어서
물속에.
예, 키우는 방식이었었고요.
예.
서해안에 이제 그 넓은 갯벌을 활용을 해서
예.
저희가 시설물 안에서 망에서 이제 개체굴을 키우는 양식을 시작을 했습니다.
네. 선생님 여기서는 한국에서는 그 프랑스하고 기후가 다르잖아요.
네.
그래서 그 굴도 다르겠죠.
네, 그렇습니다. 저희 나라 서해안 같은 경우는 그 여름하고 겨울하고 기온 차이가 워낙 심하기 때문에 그 안에 있는 그 보시면 알겠지만 두께가
예.
상당히 두껍습니다. 얘네가
예.
이제 열악한 환경에서 자라려고 하면 이 안에 이제 그 물을 다 머금고 있어야 되거든요.
예.
물이 빠질 때는 여기 있는 물을 머금고 있어야 되기 때문에
예.
상당히 이제 그 맛과 향이 진해집니다.
그 사이즈가 큰데 그 질감이 어때요?
질감이 이제 이거는 상당히 열악한 환경에서 크다 보니까 쫄깃쫄깃합니다. 그래서 한국인의 입맛에
잘
맞게
맞는 것 같아요.
예, 그렇습니다.
그 한국에서는 질감이 중요하니까.
예, 그렇습니다.
That's very interesting. That's something I really like because we are exactly in the center of what I'm trying to explain during this program. It's the difference of approach for the taste and texture. When we have dinner and food in Korea, we are looking at different elements actually than in the West. For example, in France, we give a lot of importance to the flavor. In Korea, flavor is important, of course, but the texture is really a really important element. Wow, it's beautiful.
한번 드셔보시죠.
죄송합니다. 이거 you see, it's like in France we eat always the oyster when they are alive, only alive. So we put a little bit of lemon juice on top of it. We can see that it's alive because of the acidity of the lemon juice. Then it retracts, and then we eat it directly. 근데 이게 보니까 굴보다는 스테이크 같아요.
네, 그렇습니다. 여러 가지 지금 이제 상품들을 만들고 있습니다.
It's big, it's huge. And 그 프랑스에서는 알을 들어가야
네.
굴 먹을 수
예,
있다고.
예,
예, 한국에서도 이런 게 있습니까?
예, 저희 나라도 전통적으로 이제 그 여름철에 산란을 하기 때문에
예.
아린 성분 때문에 여름에
예.
굴들을 이제 먹지 않는 풍습이 있습니다.
예.
저희가 사업을 처음 할 때 이제 그거를 이제 포인트를 잡아가지고
예.
그럼 여름에도 먹을 수 있는 굴을 만들면 시장이 상당히 넓겠구나 생각해서 그 아이디어로 저희가 시작을 한 것이고요.
네.
저희는 이제 360을 먹을 수 있게 굴들을 만들어서 지금 이제 유통을 하고 있습니다.
알겠습니다. 맛보겠습니다.
네.
아, 씹으면 맘 맛이 있어요.
네.
약간 달콤하고.
네.
Very good. Very strong flavor. 맞아요. 향이 좀 세요.
네, 그렇습니다.
맛있어요. I like it very much. It's flavorful and it's like as if you were drinking a bowl of seawater and sea air, sea breeze. It's so fresh. 맛있어요. Okay, that's the place. This is an oyster bar, a restaurant specialized in oysters. Look at that. We have this famous, very famous picture, this drawing, painting, I mean, of the, it's Oyster Feast from the 18th century, 19th century. Let's go. Look at that. That's 3 different kinds of dishes made around the oyster. I'm going to start with this one, which is an appetizer. I knew that the meeting of the bacon and the scallops was very good, but it's a very good idea to add the flavor of the oyster. Texture and flavor are really blend together. I'm not surprised because in France, especially in my hometown in Bordeaux, we used to eat the oysters with kind of flat sausages. Pork sausages, of course, because pork and oyster go very well together. And I discovered that also when I arrived in Korea, when I saw that we have the bosam, the boiled pork, which is pressed and cut in slices with the cabbage leaf. We eat that with the oysters sometimes, most of the time. And it's a perfect match, oyster and pork. But he was not the only one. Casanova liked to have 50 oysters every morning for his breakfast. Why? Why Casanova? Why the lover of the lovers? It's because the oyster is good for virility, for men. The oyster is full of zinc, so it is said that it's very good for the virility, the stamina, if you see what I mean. But also, there is a legend in France, I don't know if it's true, in Europe at least, not only in France, that it's an aphrodisiac, so not only for men but also for women. I think that it's because it's so good that when you have these oysters with champagne or white wine, you feel like falling in love. This is as beautiful as a traditional painting. I came to this place to discover the blue crab and also the delicious food, including oysters and other seafood. But actually we met much more than that, the beautiful area of the Tean Peninsula. If you come to this coast, don't miss all these beautiful forests and sea resorts. I see you next time on our tasty trail in Korea. Bye-bye. That's why we have this proverb in Korea. The daughter of a fisherman has a dark skin, whereas the daughter of an oyster farmer is white. And that's of course the wife we want to have because she has a nice and very pure skin. It's because she has a lot of oysters every day.